Back at again with another YouTube video. It's your boy Uriah G. Today we're going to react to is NBA 2K25 the worst 2K of all time. What an interesting title. We're going to react to is NBA 2K25 the worst 2K of all time. It's been a while since we ever did any NBA or basketball content. Let's get right into this video.
What's good with y'all? As a lot of y'all know, 2K25 isn't really a good game. In fact, it's one of the worst 2Ks I've ever played in my life. But as of lately, people have been calling this the worst 2K of all time.
And I'll make sure to put the the link in my description of this vid.
Good reason. This game is wired to make you crash out. But you also have to remember, this isn't the first time 2K's come out with some absolute garbage. There have been a few games in the past that have made us feel the exact same way. So is 2K25 really the worst 2K of all time? Let's find out. So first off, let's get this out the way. The other contenders for worst 2K of all time are 18 and 21, hands down.
Yeah, NBA 2K18 is horrible. I mean, it's okay, but NBA 2K25 feels like a simulation game. I only played it a couple times.
Get this out the way. The other contenders for worst 2K of all time are 18 and 21, hands down. Out of these three games, we're going to find out which one is truly the worst. The first thing we're going to look at is the gameplay. 2K18.
And I did not know NBA 2K21 was that bad.
His gameplay had major flaws, the main ones being blow-bys, snatchbacks, loose balls, people missing wide-open layups, and people making heavily contested shots with a good amount of them being whites. 2K21's gameplay was bad on both current and next-gen. There was a speed glitch that never got patched, it was harder to green, people were making whites consistently, and in fact, 2K made badges that helped you make whites more often. And I don't know why, but they had everybody sliding around like we were playing on ice or something.
18 was definitely probably the worst one I've played in my opinion. Y'all comment, y'all, what y'all feel, what's y'all least favorite 2K game?
2K25's gameplay, we obviously know it's trash. You can't green consistently because of RNG, there's no contest system, people can hit whites left and right, there's a slingshot effect for the bums, and there's just no common sense in the game. In 25, you can go for a rebound by yourself and your player will tip the ball up, jump the other way, or forget how to grab a ball entirely as if he's not supposed to be in the NBA. You can't even dribble without running into invisible walls, they're always taking you out of animations, and there's more, but if I named every problem, we'd be here forever. And look, I was playing 2K18 again just for this video so I could see how trash it really is. That game is terrible, I'm not gonna lie to you. But at least in 18, if you were beating someone, there was no slingshot effect. In 25, do you see the shots that people make just because of the slingshot effect? It's crazy. I saw someone hit 100% contested red very early from like 40 feet and they hit it because the other dude was up 7 or something like that. That makes the game significantly more trash and I can't forgive that, bro. And 2K18 and 25 has some of the same problems. But after playing 18 and 25 one after another, I think 25 has the worst gameplay. 2K18 is at least consistent with this stupidity. Like after a while, you know what to stay away from because you know what's gonna happen. In 25, they out here finding new ways every day to surprise me of how trash this game is. But anyways, the first L goes to 25. At number 2, we got the My Career Story. The My Career Story for 2K18 was pretty decent to me, even though it didn't really make any sense. I don't know how you go from playing street ball with randoms to playing in the NBA. But anyways, the story wasn't bad at all, and the cutscenes were actually funny. The only thing is, they unfortunately had B Fresh in there. But if you look past that, everything else was good. 2K21's story wasn't bad either. It was a normal high school, college, NBA story, and you even got to take.
What's your favorite My Career story? I feel like my favorite was either 17 or 15. I don't remember which one. I think it was 15. My career. Yeah. What was it? 16. I don't remember which one it was. It was the one where his brother or friend, I think, died or something. He was going into the NBA. It was something like that. But I remember the 17 one with Juice or something. Let's continue.
Take a trip to Snow Bunny Heaven. 2K25, however, doesn't really have a story. Like, they have the whole Heart of a Dynasty thing, but that's only like 4 games, and there's nothing really special about it. Like, it's got a game or two of when you and your manager played together in high school, a FIBA game, and an open gym with Austin Reeves, and that's it. That's the story. So I think it's obvious who lost this round. Out of all of these story modes, 18's my favorite because it's funny. 21 tried to be like a drama, but man, I don't know how I feel about that. And number 3, we got the builder. 18's builder was really simple. All you had to do was choose your height and weight and play styles and you were good to go. 21 was the first freeform builder where you could, for the most part, do whatever you
Really though, I'm reacting to this for the 2K fans out there. I am okay at 2K games. Like, I'm mediocre. Like, I could shoot. I know how to play 2K. Like, I do. I ain't know like the best, but I can definitely play. Let's continue.
wanted. And 25 is the more restrictive version of 21's builder. I think we can all agree this is a no-brainer that 18 lost his round. Not saying that 18 had a bad builder, but compared to 21 and 25, I don't think it's really fair. It was a different time, a more simpler time. But out of these 3 games, it does give the least amount of variety, so I'm giving this L to 18. Next up, we got the park and the rep system. The neighborhood in 2K18 was extremely mid to me, I'm not gonna lie. It just felt like it lacked color and personality, but I don't hate it, I just think it was mid. Like, the neighborhood was cool for the time because I guess we didn't really have nothing like that, but it wasn't really nothing crazy. One thing I remember that was crazy is you had to pay for haircuts.
What's better, neighborhood or like the original My Park? Like the original from years back, like 2K15, 2K16 and above, like 17. NBA 2K17, that's the best shot meter. I can definitely say that. NBA 2K17 got the best shot meter.
In that game, that was trash. I think it was like $250 per haircut, bro. Imagine taxing us off of haircuts, bro. That's crazy. 2K21 City was the first city we ever had, and it was huge. And though we thought it would be cool, it ended up being way too much. Like, the thought of it was cool, like having a big city that you could just like explore and walk around in or whatever, but we don't hop on 2K to explore the city. We hop on 2K to hoop. If I want to go explore a city, I could go play GTA or something. And 25's park is basically the medium of those two. It's a pretty reasonable size. They're not really wasting space like they were in 21. Every spot kind of has some purpose to it. Out of all these, I'm actually gonna go with 2K21 being the worst part because it really was too much. Like, we didn't need a GTA map to hoop. Like, it looks better than 18, but 18's made more sense and it was easier to navigate. As far as the rep system, 18 had the road to 99, 21 had the rookie to legend rep system, and 25 has the rookie to top 10.
I don't even think I know too much about this part, but let's continue.
I'm gonna give this L to 25 because only 10 people can be the top rep, and I feel like hitting legend pretty much doesn't matter anymore. In my opinion, the rookie to legend is the best rep system 2K ever had. Like, hitting legend was fire, even hitting 99 was fire, but like top 10, it's looked at different. It doesn't have no aura, and I don't know, I feel like people just don't really care if you're top 10 on 2K. Like, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't hold the weight that it used to if you were like a legend or something. So it only makes sense that 25 gets his L, I'm not gonna lie. And number 5, we got the community. So in 2K18, the community pretty much all agreed that the game was absolute butt juice and hated it, but people were still playing it, and this where a lot of content creators got their start or began to blow up. But as a whole, the community wasn't rocking with 18 at all, and people still have a strong hatred for this game, calling it the worst 2K of all time almost a decade after its release. 2K21 was a pretty mid-year in the community. Nothing special really happened. Even though the game was trash, we were still kind of in lockdown, so we were gonna play it regardless. But this is when some of the big content creators started leaving the community to do other content. And 2K25 in its current state has people.
And guys, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Every time I play 2K, I either do one-on-one offline, you know, the 5-on-5 regular NBA exhibition game on the basketball court in the stadiums, or I'll do blacktop 5-on-5 against computer. And like I said, I compete against family or friends, or you know, sometimes when I was paying for PlayStation Plus and whatsoever, I used to like, you know, play online, but I always had the brown shirt. I never like had paid for VC or grinded. I always like, when I played not my park, but that's what I was just talking about, but career, I always play offline for a career, so it's like, yeah. But let's continue.
saying the game sucks, it's the worst 2K of all time, and they'll never buy the game again. And even though a lot of people are capping, there's gonna be a good amount of people who will not buy 2K again because it's getting bad. The community feels dry, there's no excitement, and everyone's getting tired of 2K putting out mediocre projects. So unfortunately, I have to give 2K25 another L. And when you look at the score, it does look like 2K25 is in fact the worst 2K of all time. And look, I'm not saying that just because it's the newest one and it's pissing me off now. I actually looked into it, and though it's not the worst in every category, it is the worst overall. And if you know me, you know I hate 21 and 18, especially 21. I think whoever developed those games,
I don't know. Maybe 21's better than 18. I know 18 because I have experience with 18. Do I have? I think I have NBA 2K20. No, I think I have. No, I have NBA 2K20. It's either 20 or 21. I think it's 20 though. And then I have NBA 2K18. And I definitely can say NBA 2K18. Yeah, man.
should be living in a box like Squidward. So it's not like I was fiending to put these two over 25, because to be honest, I don't hate 25 that much. Like, it's trash, but it's kind of whatever to me. But when you look at it in its entirety, 2K25 is actually the worst 2K of all time. With all that being said, hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a
Said the most current 2K is the worst? Hold on, let's see.
25 is actually the worst, trash, but it's kind of whatever to me. But when you look at it in its entirety, 2K25 is actually the worst 2K of all time. With all
Hey, that's his opinion, but let's continue.
that being said, hope you enjoyed the video.
Alright, that was his NBA 2K25, the worst 2K of all time. Tell me what you guys want to see next in the comments down below. Is NBA 2K25 the worst 2K of all time? Y'all let me know. But tell me what you guys want to see next in the comments down below. I got more videos coming. Stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, and yeah, Uriah out.